Hi, this is Not Too Fast here. In this video, I will show you this OBDII scan tool from the company KONNWEI. The model number is KW850. Now, let's say if you have a check engine light on your dash, you can use this tool to scan for the DTC code or diagnostic trouble code. You can also use this tool to clear your trouble code. It also has the ability to read IM readiness for the emission components on your vehicle. You can set this unit up to monitor live data stream either graphically or numerically, and there's a built-in library with over 3,000 codes for you to look up the definition. So let's open this up and I'll show you what the tool looks like. Here's a look at everything you get with this unit. On the left side, we have a USB cable with a mini USB connector. You can use this to connect the device to a computer for software update. Next to it is a data cable. On one end, you'll connect it to the scan tool. On the other end, you'll connect it to the OBD port or DLC port on your vehicle. In the middle, we have the KONNWEI KW850 OBDII scan tool. On the far right is the user manual. Let's have a closer look at this tool. At the top, we have a 2.8-inch color LCD display. Below the display, we have the escape key, IM readiness, help button. This is the up, down, right, and left navigation button. In the middle, we have the OK button. Right above these buttons, there are actually 3 LED status. With the green LED, it means there are no fault code found. With the yellow LED, it means there's a pending fault code. If it's red LED, it tells you there's a permanent fault code. Let's have a look around the unit. On the right side, we have the mini USB connector. You can use this to connect to a PC. Here's a look at the back. At the top, we have the connector to connect your data cable. The overall construction is pretty good. You have this rubber surround to protect the tool. And to connect the data cable, connect the DB15 connector on the cable to the unit. Let me power this on and I'll show you what the menu looks like. Here you're looking at the main menu. We have Diagnostic, DTC Lookup, Review, Tool Setup, Print Data, Help, and Battery Check. You can use a navigation keypad to navigate. Let's go into Tool Setup. You can select different languages, unit of measure, beep, you can turn on and off, device self-test. Here you can test the display and the keypad and the LED. Right now we're testing the LED. When you're done testing, press OK. Escape. Let's go over to DTC Lookup. Here you can enter the trouble code and it'll give you a definition of the trouble code. So for example, trouble code P0345 means you have a camshaft position sensor problem. Let's go down to Help. Here we have the tool information about OBD. So this menu will give you additional information you can read up on about OBD, about data stream. So let's go to Map. So this will give you a brief description of what each of the data stream is. Now for the remaining menu items, I'll take it to the vehicle and I'll show you the rest of it there. So I've gone ahead and plugged the scan tool into the DLC connector or OBD port on my Honda Odyssey. Now I'm going to start the car up. So let's go into the diagnostic menu. Here on the monitor status page, the MIL status is off. That means the check engine light is off. Select OK. Here we can read codes, erase codes. As you can see, the vehicle has no fault codes. Press escape to go back. Also, you'll notice the LED status here says no fault code and it's green check mark. If we have any trouble codes, we can use the erase codes to erase it. IM readiness will check the emission components on your vehicle to see if it's ready. So on the IM readiness window, it tells you what are the components that's ready. Next one's data stream. We'll select view all items. Here you can scroll down to see all the different PIDs. And these are the live data coming from the vehicle. So for example, at the bottom here, engine RPM. If I rev the engine, you'll see the RPM go up. Next one, select items. Here you can select specific PIDs to read. So for example, we can select engine coolant temperature. We can select engine RPM, escape. With the two PIDs selected, here we're reading the engine coolant temperature and the engine RPM. View graphic items. Now if you press the left and right arrow button, you can scroll to different pages. Let's graph the engine RPM. Press escape. And here's the graph of the RPM. Let me rev the engine. Select escape. You can also record the data if you want. We also have freeze frame, O2 sensor test, onboard monitoring, evap system, and vehicle information. For vehicle information, you can read the VIN number of the vehicle. This can be useful if you're buying a used car and you want to make sure the actual VIN number of the vehicle matches what's stamped on the vehicle itself. Now we're back on the main menu. Now earlier in the video I showed you the DTC lookup to look up trouble codes. Next one is review. Review is for looking at recorded live data that you recorded earlier. Now we'll go down to the battery check. You can actually use this tool to check the battery status. Select OK. So right now it tells you the battery voltage while the engine is running and the engine is on. You can also check the battery while the engine is off. When you're done, press escape. Now besides going to the diagnostic menu, if you press the IM button right here, this is a shortcut to go straight to your emission components testing to make sure they're ready. So here it gives you the IM readiness status page. And when you're done with using this tool, you can turn off the ignition. With the ignition off, I'm going to go back into the battery check. So as you can see, it tells you the voltage of the battery and the engine is off. Escape. And now I'm going to disconnect the data cable and the unit will turn off. As you can see, this scan tool from Conway has a lot of great features built in. With a large color LCD display and the large navigation buttons, you can easily check what trouble codes you have on your vehicle and also clear the code if you want to. The unit also has the ability to check the battery voltage with or without the ignition on. This tool is great for any do-it-yourselfers at home. So if your car has a check engine light, you can plug this tool into your vehicle and quickly find out what is the trouble code. With that information, you can decide if you want to fix it yourself or take it to a shop and have a mechanic look at it. If you want to learn more about this tool, I will include the link in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, leave one in the comments section. I hope you enjoy watching this video and don't forget to click on the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.